assuming I will upload this, uh, well, there's no nicer way to say it. I don't know. It's about a certain person. His name is Lonnie Rios. You know, I don't know where to start. Let me see. I'm not gonna say my earliest memory because he lived like 4 streets away from me for a long time, I believe. I don't know if I remember him seeing for like when I was in elementary school. I went to third to fifth grade because he lived on the opposite. Later he lives on. I think later he lived on the opposite street of that. Or maybe he lived there too. But he knew a lot of people from Elizabeth. Including his kid Eric Cortez. Eric Cortez caught a murder charge. You know, I believe it was a Jewish person. Doesn't matter. He stole like $18 from him, and then he stabbed him multiple times. He was like 12 or 13 when he caught that charge, and he was released right around the time he was 18. And right around that time he was released, Lonnie over there, I drove by. Actually, I think he called me and shit. So that's when I was, what's going on? He called me, and it's like, I was like, if something's gonna happen. And then he got in the car, and this guy gets in. He doesn't introduce himself. I look, and it's freaking Eric Cortez. He was older, but he didn't say, hey, what's up? Look, it's Eric. Remember me? This and that. Nothing. And Lonnie said, me and Eric, we're really good friends. That's my boy. That's my homie. This and the other thing. Lonnie, then we went a couple blocks. We went to around Eric's house. There was a lot of people there. I guess it was a welcoming party because he got out from prison and shit. And Eric walked out. He closed the door. I don't know if he said, all right, this. I don't think he said anything. He closed the door, and Lonnie just left the door open. Back then I had my Isuzu Rodeo, so what I did is, I stepped on the gas and the brake, and the door just closed. I don't want to be like an idiot, walk out in front of people and just close the door, this and the other thing. But Lonnie left open. That's Lonnie for you. That's one of my last memories of Lonnie. The other memory of Lonnie is in Home Depot, like 2013 or something like that, late 2013, and the thing is, Lonnie just did I was told like a 10-year stint. He was locked up for like a lot of years for selling drugs. He was a drug dealer. He was always a drug dealer. When I remember him in Elizabeth, he used to sell coke. He was always a coke dealer. So I saw him at Home Depot. He says, "Oh, me and my brother-in-law were doing a bath and this and that." And he's like, "So you married, this and that?" I told him a story like I thought I was my so-called brothers or clones. ID was stolen, this and the other thing. I was married to somebody on paperwork, and this and the other thing. And I was just really hurt from like an abuse and a lie and a stolen from people. And Lonnie just he acted like really like kind of arrogant. Like he smiled the fact I wasn't doing so good. He was just enjoying it. And I was like, I kind of was, I was like, I kind of want to get high. He was a drug dealer, so I was like, he probably doesn't sell, but I'm like, why wouldn't he or something? He's like, oh, I got pills, we got this, and we got ecstasy, we got, we got Roxy's, Oxys, this and the other thing, we got powder, weed, whatever you want. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm like, and then I thought, I was like, should I really get this guy's number? I was like, fuck it, I want to get high. So I got him. I got his number. But then I went home and just, I had a bit of clarity. I was like, why am I going to fucking talk to Lonnie again? Not just Lonnie, but his little friends, his little friends from like, CMF, North Elizabeth. And actually, I wasn't thinking of like, these people would, people would talk to me and stuff like that. But I was like, I don't want to have, those fucking people in my life. Even if it get drugs. And it was like, I was going to get high, but I was like, let's say I get some money for pills, this and that. It's like, I don't want to, I know Lonnie, I'll buy some pills, but then it's like, yo, what are you doing? Come over. And then it's like, another Eric Cortez or Julio Cordero will show up to my house. It's like, so I was like, nah, fuck it. What I did, I blocked him and I deleted his number. But, years went by and it was like, 2018 or 19. And his friend David, they call him Super Dave, he works for Peerless, another beer distributor company. I was working for Amtech, a Polish beer distributor company. And David, he just walks by. Like, I saw him, and I was like, hey, David. Actually, I was standing on the truck, and he saw me. He just pretended he didn't see me. And I said, I just started talking. You remember me? I don't say remember. I said, hey, David. He's like, oh, yeah. So this and that. And he pretended like, it was just very casual. It's like, he said, oh, I didn't see you. All right, Lucas, this and the other. He knew who I was, but he just, omitted me. And then he told me, oh, Lonnie, he did 10 years, and then he's doing another 10 years. You know, I didn't kind of believe it. I mean, actually believe it. I was like, wow. And then David said, oh, Lonnie's fucking crazy, you know? He's fucking crazy. That's, you know, that's what he does. He's into that. And, you know, I mean, year ago, I looked up his record, and it shows he was arrested. I don't know how many years he did, but he got arrested with, like, you know, 2 pounds. His friend, 2 pounds of weed. He had, like, a kilo of heroin or something like that, you know? This and the other thing, you know? But it just, you know, I just wanted to tell that story. It's like, you know, I read that. It's like, well, you know, you're a drug dealer. You will sell anything, this and the other thing. I mean, eventually you're going to get caught. A couple months ago, I recorded the same video. It just that, you know, I never uploaded it. I'll see if, you know, upload it this time. But, you know, it's, I think it's, you know, it's just the company you keep. You know, I remember Lonnie, the creepiest part of Lonnie is not just he was, you know, a drug dealer. Just like, all right, you're a drug dealer, you know, I used to smoke weed. It's like, you know, I'm not gonna, you know, be scared of you or something like that. I'm like, you know, I'm not gonna tell on you, but he always had his pants, like really low, and his ass crack would show. He just disgusting, man. He had this, like, kind of leather jacket. I don't know if it was Avery, it was expensive. I had an Avery jacket, but it was leather, just like, it was always the same jacket. And, like, even with that jacket, like, his ass crack was showing. You know, I remember one time I went to McDonald's, he just wanted to hurt people. He was angry that he gave extra, like, you know, like, you know, sweet and sour sauce or something. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning, and, like, you know, Lonnie was standing outside hustling and shit. You know, you just, like, eat at night. I'm not gonna tell the guy, maybe you should eat at night, man, you could lose some pounds, but it was just, you know, it was gross, man. The guy smelled too, but I was like, I'm just scared. You know, he was like really angry about the little packet. I was like, you know, what did I do to you? Like, I'm very self-conscious and shit. It's like, you know, it's like, but the main story is, one time we were in my car, and I would let people drive my car. I wanted to hang out. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. I just wanted to relax, and, you know, and I don't know if I drank with Lonnie or something like that, but, like, he just pulled out a gun and he wanted me to hold it. I was like, yeah, I don't want to touch that, man. And I was like, you know, I don't want to get my fingerprints on it. I'm not scared of it. I'm not getting my fucking prints on your gun, bro. Like, who knows where it's been, what it's done, and then, you know, somebody pulls a print, which, you know, somebody instigated the fact that my prints, and, you know, you know, people that, not all, but claim to be thugs, this and that, that are just really tough, they will set you up for, like, your new prints and shit, and, you know, you'll get fucked up. It had to happen to me. So I was very skeptical. I don't think I held that gun, you know? And even if I did, I was like, well, you know, I held the gun, what are you going to do to me, or some shit like that. But I remember Lonnie from that as well, except I don't really care about that. That's not the part that's annoying, you know? It's the part that's annoying is, like, you're arrogant, you will look down on me after years and shit. When, you know, you're the one that fucks up your life and shit. You fuck up your life, and you go to prison for 20 fucking years, 2 stints. I mean, it's like, you know, and next time you come out, you're gonna still be an arrogant douchebag to me, bro. Including your little fucking CMF friends. Including Greg Tchaikovsky over there, you know. I remember Greg Tchaikovsky, right? From 98, we were in Jersey City. We were looking over the pier. That's when I got the idea, oh, if I had money, I'd probably live in Jersey City. But you already know who that is, right? Yeah, and Greg over there, they were saying, you know, oh, Greg hangs out with the Morenos, with the blacks, because they were Latinos. So, you know, he's cool as shit. And Greg was like, you know, yeah, what up? Greg is the type of guy, like, hour and a half later, we smoked, you know, we smoked weed, this and that. We smoking black and mild, Newports, whatever, this and that. We go in my car, I sit in the back, and Greg, like, puts a lighter on my ass. You know, he was like, I was like, what the fuck? He started laughing. Like, oh, that's what I was looking for that, bro. I was like, what the fuck, bro? Like, how creepy are you, man? I looked at Greg's Facebook, and, you know, in his high school years, and a lot of people say he was a herb. You know, he was a fucking idiot. You know, by the way, I'm not gonna get into Greg's story because I messaged him on Facebook, this and the other thing, about something that happened. He's like, you know, why are you talking shit about my clique, my clan, whatever, my boys? Like, you're a grown person when you have a real job, man. Like, let go of that fucking, you know, little boy mentality in the hood, and, you know, you're riding on bicycles, you're robbing people. So, you know, that's one of the reasons why I deleted Lonnie's number. And I still would. I don't want to do nothing with those people, man. They never show me respect, you know. They never, they would hurt me or my so-called cousin or bro, you know. They would spit on my grave. They would spit on my face if they, you know, if they really wanted to, you know. And it's like, you go about your life, I go about mine, you know. But, you know, their kind, a lot of their kind, you know, especially from the CMF side, like, you know, Cordero will openly message me, text me, like, you know, yeah, I'm daydreaming of your dad coming on your face. I just fucking disgusting, you know. Lonnie never struck me as a homo like that. But, you know, who the fuck knows, right? I mean, hang around with homosexuals, you know, you respecting, who knows how you gonna go. But yeah, I last memory of Lonnie was at that Home Depot. You know, and yeah, that's about it. He said he had a daughter, right? He said he had a daughter or something like that. I think he had a kid with a girl, this and the other thing, you know. But you know, that's his personal life. I never really thought anything negative about that, you know. He told me he was living in Newark, which I thought it was Elizabeth, like by the train station. Maybe I was wrong, but pretty much it. That's that CMF for you. And a lot of times we hung out, it was just like, there was nothing going on. It was just a bunch of dudes, guys hanging with each other, smoking weed and shit, you know? A lot of people, they had no personality, they had no intellect, they didn't understand what I was joking about, you know? But then, it's, you know, it always struck me bizarre. It's like, how do you not understand what I'm joking about? 3, 4, 5 years later, you'll see a Comedy Central, you think it's funny or some shit. Like, somebody tells you, oh, you should laugh at that, this is funny, or you just, you know, you're lying because, you know, you want to be like an idiot because you don't know what's funny. And, yeah, I mean, and, you know, people will hate on you for, like, reasons of, like, you know, unannounced. You know, I would never snitch on Lonnie, this and anything, even the other idiots. I just don't want nothing to do with you. Because, you know, you go rob and you rob people and you want to inflict murder on people. Yeah. Yeah, but, I am what I am, and I gotta prove nothing to nobody. I'm sure not gonna get disrespected by a bunch of fucking losers and fucking, you know, fucking A's that might not have a job and a bunch of fucking, you know, mentally retarded, you know, overweight, obese. They're showing their underwear and shit. You know, they even can't even hold a conversation with intelligence. Why should I even fucking, you know, have to argue that one? In my mind, I thought they were funny people, but it's like, you know, I'm not looking for confrontation.